Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here, doing a thank you video because recently the channel reached 6,000 subscribers. I didn't realize that until, I guess technically yesterday because it's like 2 in the morning. So I didn't realize that until yesterday because of going on vacation to Florida over, I guess it was about 5 days. I'd gotten back on Monday, and because I wasn't doing any uploading until today, I didn't really check anything. Like, I was on YouTube a little bit. I think I may have watched like a total of like 4 videos or something over the time that I was away. So I normally don't really check my stats or anything. I wasn't even thinking about it because I wasn't uploading it. So I didn't go to like the creator studio or any of that stuff. And I was going on because I was about to upload, so I was like, alright, I need to check like a couple random things, like to make sure I have titles right and numbers of episodes right and things like that. And I was like, as I was clicking onto it, I was like, what if I'm over 6,000? Because I hadn't even thought about it. And I wish I could remember where I was before I left, because I think that's why I didn't think about it. I wasn't at like 6,090 something. I think I may have been at like 6,080 something, and I'm at 6,026 was the last I checked yesterday around. It was around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I went up a fairly significant amount of time in the 5 day span. So I thought that was actually a cool little jump, but it surprised me. I hadn't really thought about it. Because of where I was at, I didn't really think that it would happen over the course of the couple of days that I'd be gone. So I was actually pleasantly surprised when I got back. But of course, as always, whenever I hit a milestone, I always do a thank you video. I think if I remember right, I'm trying to remember. I think I set like a little goal when I was doing like my New Year's video for this year that I want to try to hit 7,000. That's kind of like the goal that I want to hit before the end of the year, and I think that might be possible. Of course, I have to make sure I keep putting out good content for you guys to actually enjoy and try to add a couple more elements to the channel. But I think I might actually be on track. It might take maybe like 3 or so months, but I think I'd have like just enough time from now to kind of make it work, because you never really know. Sometimes it's like random and a bunch of people find the channel, and then sometimes it's like really light and I'll get like a couple of subscribers here and there. So sometimes you never know, because I was going through kind of looking at like my old thumbnail because I was trying to figure out how I was going to make the new one, because I normally do it using like my avatar stuff now, so it has like the katana in it and the actual name. And I'm like, how am I gonna switch this up? There are only like 3 things in here, and then it's just a white background. So I was like, how am I gonna switch this up and make it look different? Again, so eventually, I don't know how I'm gonna end up doing those. I might start putting the hat back in it because I did that once, and I might start doing that again. But I don't know. It might depend. But I was looking at it, and sometimes it would be like it was like 2 months, I think, going from 4,000 to 5,000, and it was a huge difference between going from 4,000 to 5,000 to 5,000 to 6,000. So never really know. It could take up till December, but hopefully I get to 7,000 by the end of the year. That's kind of the plan, because that was kind of the goal that I'd set. So hopefully that ends up panning out. And of course, as usual, with these sort of thank you videos, I always like to kind of talk a little bit about what I have set up and all the stuff that I've had set up for a long time and haven't been able to do. But the first thing, and most likely no one's going to care about this, even though only a few people are probably going to watch this anyway, but I'm almost finished, finally, after I don't know how long. I'm almost finished with reviewing the X-Men series. I recently did Volume 4, and I actually sat down and went through most of Volume 5. I only have like 5 episodes left. So, really like 4.5 episodes, because I was like halfway through in my laptop, because I'm still using my old one. Um, has this stupid update thing, because I hadn't used it in forever, so it keeps trying to update, and then it can't update, I guess because it's so far behind. I don't know what the deal is, why it can't actually update. It's like too many updates at once, I guess. I don't know. But I didn't catch the timer, so it like cut off in the middle of me watching an episode, and I was like, that sucks. So I still have like 5 more episodes left, and then I'll review that. And then I'll be jumping to the show that I thought I would have had done by now, which is Beast Wars Transformers, because I was like, I'm not going to watch this until I finish all of X-Men. So that I'm super excited to get to, because I loved Beast Wars when I was younger. That was like my first Transformers series, and that's what got me into Transformers, even though it's super different compared to like any other version. I think that's the most different version. If you watch like any Transformers series, it's the most different, because they're all animals instead of, you know, Autobots and Decepticons. They're the Maximals, and I can't remember what the Decepticons are called in that one, but it's something Predacons. That's what it is, because it's animal based instead of car based, or in, you know, evil based, I guess, for Decepticons. That, you know, they just didn't have a car thing. It was just like, well, they're the Autobots and they're just bad, so Decepticons. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be getting to. I still have to get to the other two shows that I wanted to get to for a while, which is Beware the Batman and Under the Dome Season 3. So I do have to finally start looking those up online. I've been watching a bunch of other random stuff, which some of you guys may have seen. I went through like an entire anime of like 4 seasons worth of Dulalala, which is a great anime. If you're into anime, I highly recommend checking it out. It's one of my favorite anime I've ever seen. And I had to rewatch the entire first series to really catch myself up, and then I went through and watched all the most recent series on Netflix, and I had a great time with that, and I reviewed each season. And, you know, I've been doing like my summer shows. I got Preacher and Fear the Walking Dead should be coming back soon, but I definitely got to get to those series because they've been off for like 2 years almost. So I definitely have to really get to reviewing those shows, but I plan on doing that. I also have another show that I want to do, which I actually own this show already. I actually plan on doing reviews for the Back to the Future cartoon, and I don't know how that's gonna play out. My plan, kind of like with Beast Wars, is to actually do episode by episode. Like X-Men, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it and review it by season. But Beast Wars, I kind of want to do because, as much as I love X-Men, I remember liking Beast Wars way more, probably because of the 3D aspect as well. But something about Beast Wars just always got me. I don't know. It was always just like a bit higher to me than X-Men always was. So for that, I always plan on doing an episode by episode thing, and I plan on doing the same for the Back to the Future cartoon, which is only like 25 episodes, so that's pretty good. It's said and done. I've considered some other shows as well to add in since I got a lot of free time during the summer. And there's one series I wanted to do that I've watched for a long time, and that's Pretty Little Liars, but I'm already like 5 episodes behind or something on the most recent season, and I've been trying to catch up, but I can only do it when I'm actually here, and every time I'm here, I'm like, I gotta rewatch the first episode so I can actually talk about it, and I just haven't been able to get through that first episode. I did it once, but I was like doing other stuff. I think it was like uploading and doing a bunch of other random stuff on my laptop, and it's not recorded, so I have to do it on demand, and I can't fast forward through like commercials and all that. So it's like I'm going through this whole thing like a full hour every single time I try to do it, and then I keep doing that like a week apart. And every time I do that first episode, it's like, oh, the newest episode comes on tomorrow night. So I'm like, it may not be 5, I may be like 3 episodes behind or something like that, but I don't know. I might still end up doing it if I actually just end up catching up and watching all the episodes. I don't know. But you guys can kind of let me know if you have any interest in that one. And another show that I was thinking about doing, just because it's an old show and everybody hates it, but I never really saw it when I was younger, is the Ninja Turtles The Next Mutation, which, don't know why, but Netflix has that on there. And it has those 23 episodes or however many it was. And I kind of want to watch that just to watch it and make fun of it. If I hate it, I mean, I might actually enjoy it a little bit, especially going into it where it's like, especially if you're a huge Ninja Turtles fan, you instantly go into it just like everyone hates it, and that's kind of how it's seen in the Ninja Turtles world. So I don't know. I might end up doing that. Not really sure. But I do have to get to my Batman show, Under the Dome. Almost finished with X-Men, which I'm so happy to be done with that, just so I can really get to Transformers, which I'm excited to do. And lots of movies coming out that I plan on reviewing. I still have to see Ghostbusters. Not sure how long that'll take because I have like no money after doing the trip, so that'll probably be like weeks late. But I want to see Ghostbusters. I definitely want to see Lights Out. That's gotten like really good reviews if you check like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, and it's got like 43 reviews and it's still like 100%, which is crazy. So even if that's just critics, that's still a huge thing. So I'm super excited to go see that movie. There's some other stuff coming out that I can't even think about because those are the 2 movies I could think of right now. But there's some other movies coming out. Suicide Squad next month, which is only like 2.5 weeks away. I think Suicide Squad comes out, so that's actually really cool. I'm excited to go see that. And that'll probably make sure I see like the night of. That's one of those. Like, if it's a comic book movie, typically me and my girlfriend have seen it like day one, so that probably won't be much of an issue. Um, I haven't started editing my stuff. I did do a video for my trip and everything, and I got a bunch of footage for that. So my plan is probably to have that out sometime by Sunday, maybe, because I have to go through editing, and because I'm using my old laptop, it'll take longer, and I have to worry about a bunch of other old stuff that I wouldn't have had to worry about if I was using my new laptop. So my plan is to have that at least done by Sunday, to have all that footage together, which unfortunately most of it was from my phone because it was so hot and we were going to, amusement parks. I wasn't using like this camera, so it doesn't look horrible, but it's not like super duper steady and super amazing high quality, but it should look good once everything's said and done. I got a ton of pictures too, so you'll see a ton of footage there, and you guys can hear about my time in Disney World and going to Universal and all that stuff, and the insane heat of Florida. And I'll probably upload some of the pictures that I took to Facebook as well, since it'll take me a while to actually put all that stuff into editing and having it all done. I'll probably do a lot of the pictures I took from Universal. I didn't take too many pictures at Disney World. I mostly did video at Disney World, and then I got a couple of pictures. Most of them came out blurry because I was on like a escalator thing, so the stupid camera was like just not focused, so I got a bunch of blurry pictures from moving and stuff. But I'll put up a lot of the stuff I got from Universal because I actually went to Springfield there, and I got a bunch of cool pictures of like Duffman and all this other cool stuff that I just love that getting those pictures because I'm a huge Simpsons fan, so I had like a great time doing that. So I'll probably have a lot of those pictures up on Facebook sometime tomorrow, and I still have to go through figuring out what I'm going to do for a skit because I still plan on doing at least one this year. It might be super tiny, and I always think about them, but I never sit down to just do one. So I'm gonna have to do that eventually. It'll be done. Something will happen before December. So I don't, And I think I said that even when I first brought it up, like it'll happen. It might be in the summer, it might not. So it might not. It most likely won't be. I'm super, I kind of just get in my mode where it's like this is what I do on the channel, and also doing skits does take a lot of time. And plus, it's editing, which is way harder on this crappy laptop that I'm using. So I really have to go get my other one fixed, and I've been holding that off forever, so I really just have to go get that done. Plus, like the last final thing, wow, the last little thing that I wanted to talk about, because, well, I'm not doing too bad. As far as time is about almost 13 minutes, which normally I always hit the max 20 minutes when I do my thank you videos, but, going through, I'd say the past couple months of me doing like the little giveaway stuff, I've had a fun time doing that, and I think I've only done like a couple really, but I've had a really good time doing that. Like it's a really simple thing, and only like a couple people won because I've only done like 3 of them so far. But I really enjoy doing that. I thought that was a really cool thing. Just doing it in general, I thought was really fun to do. So I never planned on stopping that or anything, but those are definitely gonna stay. I don't know if I'll kind of expand upon that and kind of start buying stuff to start giving away. I'm not 100% sure. Plus, that would obviously cost me money, which, especially now, I don't have. But I probably, especially won't have it when I start getting bills to pay for college and stuff. So I don't know, but those will not be going away. I plan on keeping those around, and a lot of the sort of random stuff that I said I wanted to do, I will start actually doing that stuff. Like, I plan on getting a ton of the photography stuff, which I really wanted to do for a long time. I still have to do a video because my friends and I, with our little production company, we made a music video. That was like months ago, or not months, but it was like a month ago or a month and a half ago. And I never really did like a promotional thing, so I have to sit down and do that. That also requires editing, which is why I hadn't done it. But I plan on, kind of getting all that stuff, and I guess this is actually the final thing, because that was like a couple things in one, but this is like the actual final thing. For those of you that like my gaming videos or may have joined the channel because of my Let's Plays, those will be coming back, and not like the live stream stuff, like my actual old series that I had done, which I'd stopped for a super long time because my laptop screwed up, and pretty much all those games that I was doing, at least all the PC games, none of those are even downloaded on my current laptop because it just couldn't possibly handle it. But I do have some footage from my old stuff. I was trying to wait to do it, but it's like it's been so long already. I have a couple of videos that I can do. Some of them do have like face cam. Some of the others don't because I wasn't able to get that footage before my other laptop like broke down on me. So some I'll probably just be uploading. It's just the footage and my voice. But I do have some with actual game footage. And for as far as the console stuff, those I can still do. The PC ones, unfortunately, I can't do just yet until I get my other laptop fixed. But my console stuff I'll be doing. Transformers I definitely have to get back into. I started Heavenly Sword for some idiotic reason. I thought I'd be able to add another series. That was just a dumb idea, but I'll be getting back to that as well. I bought a ton of games I wanted to do. I wanted to do Shadow of the Colossus because I bought the thing with Shadow of the Colossus and Ico, and I forgot how you pronounce it. I think it's Ico, or I don't really care actually. But either way, I bought that. I bought all three of the Ninja Gaiden games. I haven't played any of them because I wanted to do them for the channel. I bought this super old game called Wet, which got like super mediocre reviews, but I remember that demo being super amazing. I was like, I don't care how average it was. I just was like, I gotta buy that game because I really always wanted it. So I got like 5 or 6 games. Never played Kingdom Hearts. I think I've had that game for 3 years, and it's still in the plastic. I've played Kingdom Hearts. I've played 1 and 2. I don't have them because some a-hole stole them when I was younger. But I have like the remakes of 1 and stuff like that. So still in the plastic. Haven't played them. Planned on doing that. I mentioned that was a long time ago. I wanted to do that with my girlfriend because she's a huge Disney fan because she used to work there. And that just never panned out. We just never ended up doing that. And I've kind of forgotten about it because I've been playing a bunch of other new random games. So I will be getting back to like my series, specifically the console gaming, and I will stick to the live streams because they are so easy to do, and it lets me have fun with my games, and I'm able to just sit down, do a live stream, and it's just super simple and fun, and I enjoy that. Like I love the simplicity of that because even just setting up the camera and the microphone can be difficult, specifically because I'm always worried about what my laptop's gonna do and stuff like that. So there's always elements to it, but the gaming videos will be coming back, not just in live stream form, but like the old, I guess, typical format where it's just pre-recorded stuff. But the live streams will not stop because those are very simple to do, and sometimes if I don't have a full hour to dedicate, I can play something really simple, which I normally don't do. I normally play like multiple hours whenever I do a live stream, but the simple gaming videos will be coming back. I'm gonna At some point I'm gonna get to the old shows, which probably no. I think I'm the only one that might really care about that. Just getting like the old shows and my Batman and Under the Dome, but I also want to finish them for myself because I like those shows, and I had no idea that they had extra episodes, and I didn't know they just switched Under the Dome on me. It was like it used to be on in the fall, and it was like poof, it's on in the summer. Had no idea, but I also didn't watch CBS outside of that, so yeah, that would be why I didn't know that it got switched until way after the fact. But obviously, the main point of this, even though I mostly talked about plans and whatnot, like that's kind of what I normally do. But as usual, I really do want to thank you guys for supporting the channel, whether it's been years, months, days, even hours, whatever, seconds. I don't know how you could, you might get to this. I don't know, but regardless of how long you've been subscribed to the channel or checking videos out, even if you haven't subscribed, which it would be cool if you did, but even if you're just randomly checking this out, I still appreciate that because all of it really counts. Just checking out the channel and seeing if you're interested, stuff like that. That's kind of what you have to do anyway to subscribe. So all of it matters, and I really appreciate all of it. So of course, as usual, I want to thank you guys. As always, if you have any comments, you can put them down in the comment section below. And as with every video I've ever done and will always do, I appreciate you guys for checking this one out.